Failure is something we all experience in life, but it's not the end of the road. In fact, failure is often just the beginning of a greater journey toward success. In this motivational video, we'll explore how setbacks can be stepping stones to something bigger and better. Embracing failure is key to unlocking your true potential. By changing your perspective on failure, you can transform obstacles into opportunities and learn valuable lessons that will propel you forward. Let's dive into how failure can be a powerful tool for growth and success. Many of us have grown up with the belief that failure is something to be avoided at all costs. Society often paints failure as a negative outcome, a clear indicator that we've done something wrong or that we're not good enough. This perception can instill a deep-rooted fear in us, causing us to shy away from new experiences and opportunities that carry even the slightest risk of failure. We might hesitate to pursue our passions or try something new, all because we are afraid of not succeeding on the first try. This fear of failure can be paralyzing and can keep us stuck in a comfort zone that, while safe, limits our growth and potential. But let's take a moment to reconsider what failure actually is. Instead of viewing it as an endpoint, we should see it as a vital part of the journey toward success. When we look at the stories of some of the most successful people in history, we notice a recurring theme. They all experienced significant failures before achieving their dreams. These individuals didn't let their setbacks define them. Instead, they viewed each failure as a lesson, a necessary step in their development. They understood that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a crucial ingredient in the recipe for success. Think about the process of learning to walk as a child. We all began by stumbling and falling. Every fall was a failure, but it was also a critical part of learning how to balance, move our legs in coordination, and eventually walk steadily. We didn't give up after the first fall, we kept trying, and each fall taught us something new. This principle applies to all aspects of life. Each failure brings us closer to understanding what works and what doesn't, helping us refine our approach and develop the skills needed to succeed. By shifting our mindset, we can start to see failure as a powerful teacher. Each failure is an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn more about ourselves and the world around us. It teaches us resilience, patience, and determination. When we fail, we're forced to confront our limitations, which can be a humbling experience. But this humility is essential for growth. It allows us to recognize areas where we need to improve and pushes us to develop new strategies and approaches. Instead of being discouraged by failure, we should embrace it, understanding that it is an integral part of any worthwhile endeavor. When we change how we perceive failure, we begin to realize that the fear of failure is often far worse than the failure itself. Fear can prevent us from even attempting to reach our goals, but failure, when it happens, is rarely as devastating as we anticipate. In fact, failure often reveals that we are stronger and more capable than we thought. It shows us that we can endure disappointment, learn from our mistakes, and emerge better prepared for the next challenge. Failure also fosters innovation and creativity. When things don't go as planned, we are forced to think outside the box and find new solutions. Many groundbreaking inventions and ideas have come from a series of failures. For instance, Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His perspective highlights the importance of perseverance and experimentation. Each failure brought him one step closer to finding the solution he was seeking. This kind of mindset is crucial for anyone looking to achieve great things. Instead of being disheartened by setbacks, we should use them as fuel to keep pushing forward, knowing that every attempt, whether successful or not, is a valuable part of the process. Failure also plays a significant role in building character. It tests our resolve and helps us develop a deeper understanding of what we truly want. When we experience failure, we are faced with a choice: to give up or to continue striving toward our goals. Those who choose to keep going despite their setbacks demonstrate a level of commitment and passion that is often necessary for achieving great things. This determination builds character and resilience, qualities that are essential not just for achieving success, but for navigating life's many challenges. Every failure comes with a lesson that can guide us toward success. It may be a lesson about the need for better preparation, a reminder to stay humble, or a signal that it's time to change direction. When we fail, it's crucial to take time to reflect on what happened. This reflection isn't about dwelling on what went wrong or punishing ourselves for our mistakes. Instead, it's about learning and growing. We need to ask ourselves questions like, what could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? How can I apply this lesson moving forward? By asking these questions, we turn our failures into opportunities for growth. Reflecting on our mistakes is an essential part of the learning process. It allows us to see our failures not as final defeats, but as feedback that guides us on our journey. This feedback is invaluable because it provides insights that we might not have considered otherwise. It can reveal areas where we need to improve, skills that we need to develop, or strategies that need to be refined. This kind of self-awareness is critical for personal and professional growth. It helps us build a foundation of knowledge and experience that we can draw upon as we continue to pursue our goals. Moreover, learning from failure requires humility. It takes a willingness to admit that we don't have all the answers and that we are still learning and growing. This humility is essential because it keeps us open to new ideas and perspectives. It allows us to approach challenges with a beginner's mindset, where we are constantly learning and adapting. This mindset is crucial for success because it helps us stay flexible and resilient in the face of adversity. When we are humble, we are more likely to seek out feedback, listen to others, and make the necessary adjustments to improve our chances of success. The stories of great innovators, leaders, and thinkers often highlight how their setbacks were pivotal moments that reshaped their approach and led to breakthroughs. For example, consider the story of Steve Jobs, who was fired from the very company he founded. Instead of giving up, Jobs used this setback as an opportunity to learn, grow, and eventually return to Apple with a new vision that would revolutionize the tech industry. His story shows us that failure can be a catalyst for significant change and innovation. It can push us to think differently, take risks, and pursue our passions with renewed vigor and determination. Learning from our mistakes also means being willing to take responsibility for our actions. It means acknowledging that we have control over our choices and that we can make different decisions in the future. This sense of responsibility is empowering because it reminds us that we have the power to shape our destiny. It encourages us to take ownership of our journey and to actively work toward our goals rather than waiting for success to come to us. By taking responsibility for our failures, we also take control of our growth and development, setting ourselves up for future success. Finally, learning from failure helps us build a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning from our experiences. This mindset is essential for achieving long-term success because it encourages us to embrace challenges, persevere in the face of setbacks, and see failure as an opportunity for growth rather than a sign of inadequacy. When we adopt a growth mindset, we become more resilient, adaptable, and willing to take risks, all of which are crucial for reaching our full potential. One of the most profound lessons we can learn from failure is the value of perseverance. Perseverance is the quality that allows us to continue pushing forward even when things are tough and the odds seem stacked against us. It is what keeps us moving toward our goals, despite setbacks, rejections, and disappointments. Without perseverance, it's easy to give up at the first sign of difficulty or failure. However, when we cultivate perseverance, we develop the inner strength to face challenges head-on and to keep going, no matter what. Perseverance is not just about stubbornly continuing along a path, but about understanding that the road to success is rarely a straight line. It is often filled with unexpected twists, turns, and obstacles. Each obstacle presents an opportunity to develop resilience and adaptability. By persevering, we learn to navigate these challenges, finding new ways to approach our goals and continually adjusting our strategies based on what we have learned. This adaptability is crucial because it allows us to respond to failure not with despair, but with a renewed sense of purpose and a willingness to try again. Think of the journey of a marathon runner. No one completes a marathon without encountering moments of fatigue, pain, or doubt. But what separates those who finish from those who do not is often not physical strength alone, but the mental determination to keep moving forward one step at a time, regardless of the pain or exhaustion. This determination is born out of perseverance. In the same way, achieving our personal and professional goals often requires us to push through difficult moments, maintaining focus and determination even when we feel like giving up. Perseverance also involves a certain degree of patience. It's about understanding that worthwhile goals take time to achieve, and that setbacks are a natural part of the process. Too often, we expect immediate results and become discouraged when things don't go as planned. But if we look at any great achievement, we see that it is the result of consistent effort over time. Take the example of building a strong, sturdy bridge. It is not constructed overnight, but brick by brick, with careful planning and hard work. Each brick represents a step forward, a small piece of the larger picture. Similarly, perseverance is about laying one brick at a time, even when progress feels slow or insignificant. Over time, these small steps add up to significant progress. Moreover, perseverance builds confidence. Each time we push through a setback and continue toward our goal, we reinforce our belief in our own abilities. We prove to ourselves that we are capable of overcoming obstacles and achieving our goals, even when the path is difficult. This self-belief is incredibly powerful. It not only motivates us to keep going, but also helps us to approach future challenges with a sense of optimism and determination. When we know that we have persevered in the past, we are more likely to believe that we can do so again in the future. Another crucial aspect of perseverance is learning to embrace discomfort and uncertainty. Often, failure brings with it feelings of discomfort, fear, and doubt. These feelings are natural, but they can also be paralyzing if we let them dictate our actions. Perseverance requires us to push through these feelings, to step outside of our comfort zones and face the unknown with courage and resolve. It means being willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them, rather than shying away from challenges out of fear of failure. When we embrace discomfort, we open ourselves up to growth and new experiences, which are essential for achieving success. Perseverance is also about commitment. It means being fully committed to our goals and being willing to do whatever it takes to achieve them. This commitment is what drives us to keep going, even when the going gets tough. It is the force that keeps us focused and motivated, reminding us of why we started in the first place. Without commitment, it is easy to lose sight of our goals and to become discouraged when we encounter obstacles. But when we are fully committed, we are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve our dreams, even in the face of failure. Furthermore, Perseverance teaches us the importance of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and to keep moving forward no matter how difficult the circumstances. It is about finding the strength to keep going, even when things don't go as planned. Perseverance and resilience go hand in hand. When we persevere, we build resilience, and when we are resilient, we are better able to persevere. Together, these qualities help us to navigate the ups and downs of life and to achieve our goals no matter what challenges we may face. Lastly, perseverance instills in us a sense of gratitude. When we look back on our journey and see how far we have come, we are filled with a sense of gratitude for the experiences that have shaped us. We come to appreciate the lessons we have learned, the challenges we have overcome, and the growth we have experienced. This gratitude helps us to stay positive and motivated even in the face of failure. It reminds us that every setback is an opportunity for growth, and that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward our goals. Failure also plays a crucial role in fostering humility. Humility is an often overlooked, yet incredibly powerful quality that failure brings into our lives. When we fail, especially after giving something our best effort, we are reminded of our limitations and our humanity. This humbling experience can strip away ego and arrogance, allowing us to approach our goals with a renewed sense of modesty and openness to learning. Failure teaches us that we do not have all the answers, and that's okay. It shows us the value of being a lifelong learner, someone who is always open to new ideas, perspectives, and ways of doing things. Humility encourages us to seek out feedback and advice from others. When we are humble, we recognize that there is always room for improvement and that other people might have insights and experiences that can help us grow. This willingness to listen and learn from others is a critical component of personal and professional development. It opens up a wealth of knowledge and experience that we might not have access to if we were to rely solely on our own abilities and understanding. By embracing humility, we create a supportive environment for ourselves where growth and improvement are seen as ongoing processes rather than final destinations. When we accept our failures with humility, we are also more likely to forgive ourselves and move forward. We understand that failing does not make us failures, it simply makes us human. This self-compassion is essential for maintaining a positive mindset and staying motivated to keep trying, even after a setback. When we forgive ourselves, we are better able to learn from our mistakes and use them as opportunities for growth. We stop beating ourselves up over things that went wrong and start focusing on how we can improve and do better next time. Humility also allows us to build stronger relationships with others. When we are humble, we are more empathetic and understanding of the struggles and failures of those around us. We recognize that everyone faces challenges and that failure is a universal experience. This empathy fosters a sense of connection and community, where people feel supported and encouraged to keep going, even when things get tough. In this way, humility not only helps us grow individually, but also strengthens the bonds we have with others, creating a network of support that is invaluable in times of difficulty. Moreover, humility helps us stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. When we are humble, we are less likely to be swayed by external validation or the opinions of others. Instead, we remain focused on our own journey and the values that guide us. This focus is crucial for achieving long-term success, as it helps us stay true to ourselves and our goals, even when faced with external pressures or distractions. Humility reminds us that success is not about impressing others or achieving fame and fortune, but about staying true to our purpose and striving to be the best version of ourselves. Failure also teaches us to embrace vulnerability. It shows us that it's okay to admit when we don't have all the answers or when we need help. This willingness to be vulnerable can actually be a strength, as it allows us to connect with others on a deeper level and to build trust and rapport. When we are open about our failures, we create a space where others feel comfortable sharing their own struggles and challenges. This openness fosters a sense of community and mutual support, where everyone feels encouraged to keep trying and to keep learning. Finally, humility helps us maintain a balanced perspective on success and failure. It reminds us that neither success nor failure defines us as individuals. Our worth is not determined by our achievements or our setbacks, but by who we are as people and how we treat others. By maintaining this balanced perspective, we are better able to navigate the highs and lows of life with grace and resilience, staying true to our values and remaining focused on our long-term goals. Humility helps us see failure not as a reflection of our worth, but as an essential part of our journey toward growth and success. As we continue to explore the idea that failure is not a loss but a vital part of success, we must also recognize the transformative power of embracing failure with faith. When we approach our setbacks with a sense of trust and surrender, we begin to see them not as barriers but as catalysts for personal growth and divine purpose. This faith-driven perspective is about more than just believing in ourselves. It's about believing in a higher power that is guiding us through every experience, even the painful and challenging ones. Faith is what allows us to view failure through a spiritual lens, recognizing that every setback is an opportunity for growth ordained by God. It is the belief that there is a reason for everything and that God has a plan for us that often surpasses our understanding. This spiritual viewpoint provides comfort and reassurance in times of struggle, helping us to stay grounded and focused on our journey. It encourages us to trust that every experience, including failure, is shaping us into who we are meant to be. When we walk by faith, we understand that our failures are not final. Instead, they are a part of a larger narrative that God is weaving in our lives. Each failure serves as a stepping stone toward a greater purpose, preparing us for what lies ahead. This mindset helps us to remain resilient and optimistic, even when the path forward seems uncertain or fraught with obstacles. We come to realize that failure is not a dead end but a detour, a redirection that guides us toward our true calling. Faith also gives us the courage to take risks and step out of our comfort zones. When we trust that God is with us every step of the way, we become less afraid of making mistakes or falling short. We know that no matter what happens, we are not alone, and that God is using every experience to teach us, strengthen us, and prepare us for greater things. This trust allows us to embrace failure with open arms, seeing it as an essential part of our journey toward fulfilling our God-given potential. Additionally, faith helps us to let go of the need for control. Often, our fear of failure stems from a desire to control the outcome of every situation. We want things to go according to our plans and expectations, and when they don't, we feel defeated. But faith teaches us to surrender our need for control and to trust in God's plan for our lives. It reminds us that His ways are higher than our ways and that His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. This surrender is incredibly liberating because it frees us from the burden of trying to control every aspect of our lives and allows us to rest in the assurance that God is in control. When we embrace failure with faith, we also learn the importance of perseverance. Faith gives us the strength to keep going, even when the road is tough and the future is uncertain. It reminds us that God is with us, guiding us through every trial and tribulation. This divine presence provides us with the courage and determination to persevere, knowing that God is working all things together for our good. It helps us to remain steadfast and focused on our goals, even in the face of adversity. Furthermore, faith helps us to develop a deeper sense of gratitude. When we trust that every experience, including failure, is a part of God's plan for our lives, we begin to see our setbacks in a new light. We become grateful for the lessons they teach us and the growth they inspire. This gratitude helps us to stay positive and hopeful, even in the midst of failure. It reminds us that every experience, no matter how difficult, is a gift that brings us closer to our true selves and our divine purpose. Faith also encourages us to practice forgiveness, both for ourselves and for others. When we fail, it is easy to become frustrated and disappointed, not just with ourselves, but with those around us. But faith teaches us to let go of resentment and bitterness, and to extend grace and forgiveness to ourselves and others. It reminds us that we are all human, that we all make mistakes, and that we are all in need of God's grace. This practice of forgiveness helps us to move forward with a light heart, free from the burden of guilt and regret. Finally, faith helps us to maintain a sense of hope. When we believe that God has a plan for our lives, we are able to remain hopeful even in the face of failure. We trust that God is not finished with us yet, and that He is using every experience to shape us into the people He created us to be. This hope gives us the strength to keep moving forward, to keep trying, and to keep believing in ourselves and in God's plan for our lives. As we conclude this journey of understanding failure, let's remember that every setback is an opportunity to grow, learn, and become stronger. Failure is not the end, it is a beginning. A chance to start anew with a fresh perspective and renewed determination. It is a vital part of our journey toward success and fulfillment, shaping us into the people we are meant to be. The path to success is rarely straight or easy. It is often filled with obstacles, setbacks, and challenges, but it is these very challenges that give our journey its depth and meaning. They teach us resilience, perseverance, and the importance of faith. They remind us that we are capable of so much more than we realize, and that with each failure, we are one step closer to our true potential. So, as we move forward, let us embrace failure with open hearts and minds, knowing that it is a necessary part of our journey. Let us approach each setback with faith and courage, trusting that God is guiding us every step of the way. Let us learn from our mistakes, grow from our experiences, and continue striving toward our goals with unwavering determination. And most importantly, let us never give up, for it is in our perseverance that we find our true strength. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. It is through our failures that we learn, grow, and become the people we are meant to be. So, don't let failure stop you. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. Because in the end, it is not our successes that define us, but our ability to rise again and again each time we fall. Thank you for joining us on this journey of understanding and embracing failure. We hope that you leave this video feeling inspired, empowered, and ready to face whatever challenges come your way with faith, courage, and determination. Remember, you are capable of achieving great things, and with every step you take, you are moving closer to your dreams. So, keep going, keep believing, and never give up.